Joy Njiru. I am a food content creator. I was sent a few questions for the hot seat under the lifestyle creator. So let's get into that. First question is, who is Joy Njiru in a few words? Joy Njiru is determined. We have to make it. She's patient sometimes in her craft, especially when things don't go that well. She is resilient and positive. Despite everything that's happening, she has to remain guarded in that way. What inspired your first post? My first post was just like a breakthrough post. I think I was in that moment, I started contemplation in October. So in that moment, I felt I had suffered like the worst loss ever losing my grandpa. So it was just mostly, I began to fall in love with myself more when taking those photos. So it's like it reminds me that like I have gone through things and I have come out strong. What is one thing about you most people online don't know? As much as I like going for events and everything, I'm an introverted person. Like, me neither. The best thing you can do for me, if it's something that's home related, I love it. I really love it. What tools or apps do I use for creating content? I use several. Cutouts I use for cutouts whenever like I'm editing my videos. There are some that require me to have cutouts. So cutouts I use Photo Room. Sometimes I use InShot. I have gone out of my way to use Vita. Vita. It's like CapCut but another form. It's just that it's not like I'm not fully experimented mostly on it, and I use CapCut. Yeah. Do I plan my content or post spontaneously? I'm one of planning my content, considering this is not my main gig. I am still in school doing law, so it's something that I always have to plan my content. Though it's not the best, I do love planning my content. It helps me know what I'm going to do, and also with the help of my audience, asking them like, what content would you expect from me? I make the most appropriate content that I can make. What has been your most memorable moment as a creator? I think it's the concept of, when was it? I I currently finished a campaign for Ghana, and I was, what's it called? I remember when I started it and we were supposed to send in our videos. We were sending our videos to approval to the for approval but to the influencer manager. So I remember I was shooting it. It wasn't the best because I had initially planned to shoot it in a different environment, but like it was during the Saba protest, so I was like, it's gonna happen at home. I just told myself to shoot it at home for safety and everything. So I shot it and was so overwhelmed. I remember telling my closest friend I was so overwhelmed with it. Even editing, though I love editing, so I think that's the best thing with me. I think I took less than an hour with it, but I took more than 2, 3, 4 hours shooting it. So yeah. So I think it's the concept of the influencer manager, once Aliona the content was like, she absolutely likes it. And I was so happy because considering it was like, I, of course, it was something that I always do video concepts. I have a video concept in my mind, and also I use AI sometimes to like fill in the rest of the details if I don't have the full concept. So yeah. Have you worked with any brands? Yes. If yes, which one was your favorite? I think my favorite one was Coca-Cola because it was mostly my first one, and it was where I got to learn that actually lifestyle content is not only like experience and everything. Like I also realized that I can meet a brand, I can have a brand deal and use my content to, I can use it, not a master tea. For example, Coca-Cola doesn't even have a niche. It's about like using your niche and crafting it in a way that would make people buy it. So, um, what advice? Oh, okay. What's the biggest challenge you face in lifestyle content creation? I think one thing with lifestyle is lifestyle content, you find it, everyone is doing it. So I think one thing with me is I'm one person who I really don't like my content being like the rest, but you know it reaches a point it has to be like the rest. So it's the similarity. I think one my biggest challenge is it's the similar to others, which you know you want something that's different and something that we like. I think something different makes people intrigued to continue to watch it. Because if it's something the same, like get ready with me, I'm just gonna say it. Get ready with me. I can say you can film a get ready with me that's different from another person, but if you film it's the same thing, I feel like people will be like, the only thing you guys know how to shoot is get ready with me, and you'll find that the insights you get in that particular video won't be the best. Okay, what advice would you give to someone starting in lifestyle content today? What advice I would give is first I would say film everything like it's your diary. Like I think that's how I started doing lifestyle content. Film everything like it's your diary, like you're saving memories, because even when you're filming, you're saving memories. So once you learn how to film, the point of like filming it a diary is you become consistent with it. Then when it comes to like working, when you do find a brand, try and make sure that like one thing I think I always realize, even when I'm talking to some other managers and everything, one thing they always tell me is they want something different, and that's why, for example, in a campaign, you'll find that there are two people that are selected. One who's well known in that niche, like, and then there's someone who you're trying to wonder what they're gonna make. For example, like in skincare, you find that there's someone who's known in the skincare industry, who's like has a lot of information in that skincare industry, and there's someone who's like in the lifestyle industry. Lifestyle, you can be able to make many things, and you can be able to like, it's something that people won't, what's it called, people won't like predict it. Like that's the thing with lifestyle. So film, I would say film first. Your memory is like a diary. It makes you gain consistency. Make sure you're doing something real. Lifestyle is all about like sharing it with people, but like, yeah, very try and make it relatable. What three things should what three things should every lifestyle creator focus on to grow? I think lifestyle is not about like how we live. It's about like the experiences that we love to see. So like when you're doing lifestyle content, I feel like you should show the aspect of, you don't want it to, like lifestyle content is one of the things that you can show hey, I can't say that word, like you can show how you're vulnerable with your audience. I think that's a good way. So you have to show vulnerability, show that at the end of the day of you making content, that you're just a human being who's like moving on. You should show relatability, because I feel like once you show something relatable, someone will be like, either I'm gonna save, either I'm gonna do this. They're gonna save so that they remember it, they're gonna do it, or they're gonna buy something. So vulnerability, relatability, and consistency. Even though consistency is a bit difficult, because you find that there are people who are not adapted to like lifestyle, they are introverts. I would say just try and be out of your comfort zone, because it's something that you have to do at the end of the day. Yeah. So the things are vulnerability, relatability, and consistency. How do you keep your content fresh and relatable? So I think I had mentioned it, but what I keep it as fresh is, for example, if I'm working with a brand or if I'm not working with a brand, I would say, if I'm, for example, call my audience that, um, when I'm working with a brand, I always like try and show that like there's more to it than the niche. Like, for example, if it was Ghana and Ghanaian skincare, but me, I'm lifestyle, so I can show how the skincare will work with my daily life, which will make someone to be like, that's in, like atakuwa more intrigued with it. So I usually have write down what I want. Like I write down things that are relatable. I use either Gemini or ChatGPT. I always have like what I want in my head. So I always write. I think the more you with content, especially with AI, you have to be more specific. Like you have to write it down. Like for me, I would usually write. I'm doing one key thing I always write is lifestyle content. It's for a brand. What I'm trying to show at the end of the day. What's your aim like with showing it? What's it called? The relatability. Now you have to show like how is it relatable to me as someone who's not maybe a skincare girl. Like for example, I can do something for a skincare brand. There's someone who's known with that information of skincare will do it. So those people who wanted the information of skincare, they will try and do it. They'll try and listen to it. So for someone like lifestyle, you're gonna reach a bigger audience because you're also reaching out to people who maybe they have that lifestyle. So you would maybe advise them to no advise either they try out the product or try out like skin analysis first before going to try out a product. Yes, and I think I'm done. Yeah, I think what I would end with it is I feel like creators should just support each other. It's always hard out here. It's always hard because you can find you're with someone, they wanna gatekeep. I feel like the more you gatekeep, the more I would say if you gatekeep, I would say do unto others what you would want to be done unto you at the end of the day. Like if you decide to gatekeep something, thinking that maybe you're the right person, utakuwa humbled. Like at the end of the day, you'll find either you're not the right person, and you'll find that there are people who will tell you point blank you're not the right person. So I feel like when we know each other's strengths and know like maybe I'm in this niche and everything, when you send it to someone, you're helping someone to gain that, and I feel like that's something that ukisaidia mtu kupata adika collab or something, you become friends and also it's done unto you. So it's like a thing I would say we just have to be there for each other, support each other. Yes. So I think with content, lifestyle content is just at the end of the day, your experience, how you're living life. I would see many people trying to do lifestyle content and they're doing it perfectly, but with the assumption that the more you do it perfectly, people will come to wonder why do you do lifestyle content? You could have just shot it on a camera, you would have done commercial things. Lifestyle content is showing you and coming and showing someone, Sasa, I'm working for this brand, you should buy this brand because of something. Like you're showing it through actions. That's why I try and make relatability be seen. Because like when you're relatable to something, I feel like the more intriguement, the more brand approach, I guess. That's what I have seen, and I think that's the end of it. Yes, thank you for this opportunity that I got from Teki. For those who have not followed on my IG and TikTok, I also forgot the biggest challenge I've also faced with lifestyle content is it's not the same as TikTok. I'm really trying like I'm not that much of a big person on TikTok, so it's my lifestyle. How I choose to do it on IG is not the same way I'll do it on TikTok. So it's gonna be difficult, but we support each other to far. So I think my Instagram and TikTok are Joy Njiru. That's how it is on both IG and TikTok. So thank you for this opportunity and bye.